I am excited to be here / passionate / will win this match. It is so fucking boring. So at least when she was like, I got this like little anime character thing going on, I was like, well, this isn't a good promo. But she's one out of 8 people or so that they've done in the past like 2 weeks or so that at least looks like she might start to have a character. Because otherwise, I mean, who's Veronica Haven? I'm Veronica Haven, and I trained at blank, and I'm going to win this match. Hey, Sloane Jacobs is back. Yeah, I'm Sloane Jacobs. I was in NXT for a hot minute, and now I'm back.
Did she resume her NXT name?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't love that she was on the main roster of NXT and then is like super stoked to be in the ID program, but whatever.
She's like, I waited 3 long years to come back, and now I'm here in Evolve. And
my general take on the Anya Rune, this anime girl is straight out of a manga panel, and she even ended it with an ooh, which I've never heard anyone say ooh in real life, but like...
I'm very thankful I haven't either. Like, I don't surround myself with anybody who would have said that.
I'm gonna be honest, like, everyone came across very crotchety old man. Being like, I've never heard this in a promo before. Yeah, she's 21. And she was doing this stuff on the indies. And it's fine. At least she's got some type of character that isn't just, I'm here now. Like, yeah, it's not Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass, but it's going to connect with somebody. And God forbid we don't appeal to people who just want to see 1999.
Yeah.
That's basically my take on it. I saw a lot of stuff on that promo, so I just wanted to bring it up. But yeah, I think this is fine. And Callum, I'm assuming you didn't see even the clip of her saying she's an anime girl out of a manga panel.
I don't know what you're talking about. So
yeah, I didn't think so. But yeah, like I think this is fine. And
yeah, her part of it was the least problematic part of the whole thing. The other issues were just like the blandness of everybody else. People went nuts over for some reason. The Valentina Rossi, I think is her name. She Gianna Capri, if I'm remembering correctly, that she said sauce. And people were like, sauce. And she's like, oh, yeah, sauce. I'm gonna make that my gimmick now.
Wasn't she for like 2 seconds? Was she the girl that they brought in for Joey Janela to be his heater in AEW?
Oh, was she?
Or I could be wrong on that.
Maybe.
But no, that's also fine. Like, I think it's good that we're getting new people into the mix. New sauce into the mix.
I mean, it depends on what is in the sauce. Real quick side note. The stuff that's red that you put on pasta, what do you guys call it?
I call it sauce. I know some people call it gravy, but when I think gravy, I think the brown stuff you put on the Thanksgiving potatoes and the turkey.
Almost it's sauce or gravy?
It's like a meat sauce thing, or for a bolognese. So yeah.
Well, if it's like a bolognese, but if it's just like tomatoes and like seasoning.
Well, I never do that, so. So I wouldn't know.
I'm very much in the exact same boat that you are, Rob. It's gravy if you add meat to something. If you do not have meat in it, it can't possibly be gravy. And
so I was watching some Sopranos clip, and they were like, "Yeah, just give me some noodles and some gravy," and I'm like, "That's not what I would call that," but okay. Hey,
I will die on this hill. I am Italian. I don't call it gravy unless it's got the. If it's gravy on like meatloaf or some kind of thing like that.
Right.
So vegetarians can't have gravy then?
I can't think of a single gravy that could be made out of something that would be, technically gravy.
Like a vegetable stock king or something.
Because it would just be like a, if you use like vegetable broth, then it's like, it's not the same as chicken broth. Or like, Caroline eats her soy-based fake chicken type things and stuff, and it's like, it's sauce. It's not gravy. comment
So
below.
yeah, there
Tell
are
us
vegan
about
gravy substitutes, but it's mostly just vegetable broth.
vegan gravy is like saying that vegan cheese is normal cheese, or whatever. It's like, okay, that's not a real steak tip. That's
Impossible to eat. I don't
yeah.
even. But no, to bring all that around, I just looked up Valentina Rossi on Instagram, and she has already put Sauce Boss in her bio.
There you go. Got a slight reaction from the 12 people that were there, and it's like, new gimmick, I am Sauce.
Sauce Boss, okay. Like, hey, where were you when there was a whole mafia thing going?
Well, let's see if she can bring the gravy train to the roster. I have no transition for this, but let's talk about TNA, and then transition from TNA to AEW and have our little discussion about how they do not want to transition between TNA and AEW.
The train is off the tracks, pal.
We got Rebellion happening this Saturday, and two things happening for there to address, one of them being the Lockbox, and one of them being the Rebellion predictions themselves. So the Lockbox is saying that EC3 would be returning. I don't remember a single time that a Lockbox has been used in anything that's been good. We had that whole Shane McMahon thing in WWE. That was stupid. And this EC3 return, why is it a Lockbox?
Hey, boss, can I get some extra hours? Sorry, man, overtime isn't in the budget. Why don't you hop on Shift Smart? What's Shift Smart?
This EC3 return, why is it a Lockbox? I don't know.
Because it's Dixie's lock. We're gonna get Dixie back. Has to be going to Dixie.
I repeat, I do not remember a single Lockbox thing.
Because look, I have not watched any TNA, but if you're gonna tell me right now that there's a Lockbox that coincides with EC3 returning, it has to be something leading to Dixie.
She did pop up however many months ago or whatever it was to show up and be like, TNA is so great, you're at AMC now. And maybe there was some discussions back then of like, hey, do you want to be a manager or some kind of thing like that? Would not shock me at all if we end up coming out of this with EC3 managed by Dixie Carter, and they are like, you got heat when you came out, can you be like a Vicky Guerrero type or something? Which I am not interested in seeing.
Bro, I'm begging somebody to give me a story that isn't hinging on 15 to 30 years ago. I'm begging anyone. Like, some promotion give me a story that isn't just, remember this?
Remember
It's
when
back.
you liked things more?
Remember this? It's back. Like, what are we doing?
Even outside of wrestling. Look at fucking Marvel. Marvel reached the point where they were like,
X-Men, they're back.
they're like, remember Robert Downey Jr.?
Like, what do we like? There's so much creativity in the world.
Yeah.
The only thing stopping it is the money. But,
Well, I mean, to be fair, we are the generation that craves nostalgia above anything else. I mean, I was just sending a message to you guys yesterday about how great the Scrubs reboot is. It's like,
Yeah.
And that's just the same thing that it was. It's like the exact same, pretty much, as it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
See, like, I'm willing to admit that I'm part of the problem in that way, and I'm even willing to admit, like, to go back to the Anya Rune thing, that's why I'm like, it's not for me, it's for someone younger, and that's fine. Please, for the love of God, move on. Move to something that isn't hinging on the past. Even if I crave nostalgia, I just want to see the rest of the world move forward.
It's always like, yeah, I mean, every scenario could be one thing or another. Like Scrubs, for anybody that's not watching this season, fucking great. Like, this show is exactly the way that it used to be. You know, it's not exactly in the sense that, like, yeah, the janitor's not a part of the show. And, you know, Laverne isn't part of the show. Like, you know, the characters changed and stuff like that a little bit. But, like, it's got the essence. It's carrying it on in a great way. Very much recommend it. And then on, like, the Marvel side of things, like, I'm very much in that boat of like, I grew up with all this stuff. If you go back and you talk about X-Men 97 and all the other kind of things that can tie into like my childhood, I want Secret Wars to end it. Like, I love the idea that we're going to get Tobey Maguire. Cool. He needs to die or not be seen again after Secret Wars. And then you need to reboot things and carry things on in the future, and it can't just sustain itself forever. And I don't like admitting that I'm getting older, but at the same time, you can't just have people from the new generation wrestle in WWE anymore. It's just, it's crazy. But TNA Rebellion is happening, and EC3 returning to TNA is going to be factored in somewhere in there, and I'm not entirely sure where that's going to go, and that's partially because I don't watch Impact, so of course I'm not 100% up to date with everything that's happening. But when I look at the 10 matches that are currently scheduled, none of them stand out to me as like, okay, EC3 is going to attack this person. I'd assume he's probably attacking a babyface. And on the lineup of this, I'd assume probably Mike Santana, and that he goes after him and becomes the next person that challenges after Santana retains the title over Eddie Edwards. Even if not, I still think that that's happening. I'm going to give us some quick Rebellion predictions, because I know that this is something that all three of us are not really tapped 100% into. I think I'm, at this point, probably the person that's tapped more into TNA, which is really fucking weird.
That's correct, pal. You're tapped into more wrestling than either one of us, because you're watching most of it.
It's insane, because the level of attention that I'm putting into some of this is so low. But quick rundown, speed round. Ryan Emmett is up against BDE. I assume BDE wins. Leon Slater is defending the X Division title against Cedric Alexander, which could go either way. I'm actually kind of leaning a little bit more towards Cedric might win.